breaking inputs that have just come in from Pakistan. Now, it is being reported that the former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been arrested outside of the Islamabad High Court. This, of course, is the latest that we are getting you. Imran Khan has now been arrested outside of the Islamabad High Court, and my colleague Anas Malik is standing by with more details. Anas, bring us up to speed with what has happened.
Well, what we know so far is there's absolute scenes of chaos around the Islamabad High Court. We're right outside. The media was here waiting for Imran Khan's appearance when he was inside the premise of the Islamabad High Court, but outside the court itself. He was there for biometric verification, and that is when the Rangers, the paramilitary forces, took him into detention or custody. He has been arrested. We're awaiting an official word, but there are absolute scenes of chaos around, because we're seeing charged workers, emotional workers around the vicinity of the Islamabad High Court. Female workers, they're crying. I can see that his car is standing right outside the gate. It's right in front of me, literally right in front of me. But what we can confirm is that Imran Khan has indeed been taken into custody by Pakistan's paramilitary forces. Now, he was due to appear before the Islamabad High Court today in seeking two pre-arrest bails in the cases that one of them pertained to the fact that he was involved in instigating the attack against a prominent PMLN lawyer, Mohsin Shahnawaz Ganja, and the other was the fact that he tried to instigate violence and sedition against the armed forces. Now, his bail was set to expire tomorrow, and that is why he was due to appear before the Islamabad High Court today. But as he went for the biometric verification on his application, that is when he was taken into custody by the Rangers, that is the paramilitary forces.
Absolutely, indeed. Anas, do continue to stay on with us. This, of course, is the latest bit of breaking news that we are getting you, where Imran Khan, the former Pakistani Prime Minister, has now been arrested and is presently said to be in the custody of the Rangers. He was just outside of the Islamabad High Court at the time that he was arrested, and this is something that has also been confirmed by the PTI lawyer Faisal Chaudhry, who's confirmed this development. The former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been taken into custody by the Pakistani Rangers from outside of the Islamabad High Court. And Anas, at this moment, what exactly are the charges that Imran Khan currently faces?
Well, what we know so far is that this was a case that perhaps pertains to the Qadir property trust. As I said, it's a bit murkier right now because the arrest has literally just taken place a very short while back. He's been facing multiple cases, more than 121 cases to be precise. And at this point of time, it's still unclear in which case, whether it was an old case or whether it's a new case, that his custody has been done, that he has been arrested.
Absolutely, indeed. And at this moment, Anas, there are some unconfirmed reports which are coming in. For instance, there's this PTI leader called Musarrat Chima, who's put out a video message on Twitter where she alleges that Imran Khan is also being beaten in the immediate aftermath of his arrest. Is there any confirmation at all about this very serious allegation? And this is, of course, a tweet that has also been put out by the PTI itself.
Having spoken to the reporters who are present outside the verification room, I don't think so that would necessarily be the case. It could be a case of exaggeration on the part of the Pakistan Tehreek Insaf, and they say that he was beaten. But what we can confirm is that definitely his wheelchair was left behind, and he was taken into custody. There are, at least for now, there is no confirmation of physical harm or violence being enacted upon him at the time of his arrest. That is as per witness accounts, as per the reporters who were present outside the verification room. But it might just hold some truth as well. As I said, he's got a swelling in his foot, so he came on a wheelchair. His wheelchair has been left behind, and he's been taken into custody by Pakistan Rangers, that is the paramilitary force.
Absolutely, indeed. Do continue to stay on with us, Anas, because this, of course, is a breaking story. The developments are happening as we speak. There are also a lot of conflicting reports that are coming through in terms of what exactly has transpired at the Islamabad High Court premises. There are claims that are being made by the leaders of the PTI who are alleging that the Islamabad High Court has virtually been occupied by the Rangers, and even the lawyers. This is what the PTI Vice President Fawad Chaudhry has put out in his tweet. where he said that even the lawyers are being subjected to beatings. Now, these at this moment are just claims. There could be exaggerations, but what at this moment can be confirmed is that the former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been arrested. It is still not clear as to what exactly are the cases or the specific case for which he has been arrested. My colleague Anas Malik is with us. He's with us from Islamabad. Now, Anas, this of course is now going to make the Pakistani politics even more, shall we say, charged, because we were expecting a lot of developments to happen on the political front, but Imran Khan has been saying that he wants the elections to be held as soon as possible. Even the judiciary in Pakistan had instructed the government to hold the elections at a certain date. But now what we are looking at is that the former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has been arrested.
You need to let me go from this phone. हाँ ना, मैंने तुम्हें कहा जिस नंबर पे मैंने कॉल किया उससे पैच नंबर जो तुम्हें व्हाट्सएप उससे पैच करो.
All right, my colleague Anas Malik is still with us. We'll try to reconnect with him. There seems to be a bit of an issue with the line there. But this of course, is the latest development that we can confirm to you that has happened. Imran Khan, the former Pakistani Prime Minister, he has now been arrested by the Pakistani Rangers. He was at the Islamabad High Court at the time when he had come there for his biometric, and it is then that he apparently has been taken into custody by the Rangers. Now, the PTI leaders such as Faisal Chaudhry, Fawad Chaudhry, they've come up with some interesting claims where they've said that Imran Khan perhaps has also been beaten in the aftermath of his arrest. This, of course, has been a claim that has been put out by Musarrat Cheema, one of the leaders of the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. And my colleague Anas Malik is still with us. Anas, this is a pretty charged atmosphere at this moment. Politically, we were expecting that elections would happen in Pakistan. But what we are looking at the moment is that the former Pakistani Prime Minister has been arrested.
Well, it certainly comes at a very turbulent time. Definitely comes at a turbulent time. And his hearing, which is supposed to start at 2:30, that has begun. And as I talk to you, the Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court has sought to know that what has happened, and he's asked the Secretary of Defence, the Chief Justice of Islamabad High Court has asked the IG Islamabad Secretary of Defence and the Attorney General to be at the Islamabad High Court in the next 15 minutes and explain as to why Imran Khan has been arrested. This is what the Chief Justice of the Islamabad High Court has just said. He said that whatever that has happened in this very court can cause a potential law and order situation, and therefore he is waiting in the chamber to resume hearing in the next 15 minutes. Saleh.
Absolutely, indeed. It'll be very interesting to see as to what of course is said in the hearing there. But these are visuals from outside of the Islamabad High Court. This is how the security has been tightened. And what we are looking at are some pretty dramatic scenes from outside of the Islamabad High Court. At this moment, as we speak, at the time when Imran Khan had turned up for the hearing, at the time that he was about to give his biometrics, he, according to reports, has now been taken into custody by the Pakistani Rangers just outside of the Islamabad High Court. The PTI lawyer, Faisal Chaudhry, has confirmed this development, and then there are claims and counterclaims that are being reported about the exact manner in which the arrest was done and what has happened in the aftermath of the arrest, because we still do not know if these are exaggerations that are being put out by some of the PTI leaders, where Musarrat Cheema, one of the PTI leaders, has in fact put out a video which has been put out by the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf party as well, where she claims that Imran Khan, in the aftermath of him being taken into custody by the Rangers, was also beaten. There is no way at this moment that we can in fact confirm this, but remember, these are claims that have been levelled by some of the leaders of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, the party of Imran Khan. And there are also videos which are being put out now by the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, which says that Imran Khan's lawyer has also sustained injuries inside the premises of the Islamabad High Court. Anas, these at this moment so far were claims, but now what is interesting is that the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf has also put out a video of the lawyer of Imran Khan, who appears to have sustained injuries inside of the Islamabad High Court premises. At this moment, is there any confirmation at all as to what exactly were the circumstances leading up to the arrest of Imran Khan? Because quite clearly the PTI leaders and the PTI as a party as a whole are putting out now video evidence of their lawyer, the Imran Khan's lawyer, being pretty badly injured inside the premises of the Islamabad High Court.
Well, it is understandable because there was a lot of security that was present, and so was Imran Khan's own security as well at the time of the arrest. And that's really so because I've been saying that there are a lot of security threats to his life precisely in and around the vicinity of the court. And that is the reason we've been seeing so dramatic scenes, as in when he appears before those courts, where there is a makeshift, there is a portable bucket, sort of a bulletproof bucket that is put across his head, so that in case, in order to avoid any untoward situation, and it might just be possible that his lawyers and his team around might have tried to resist the arrest, and as a reason of which there could have been a scuffle. I was not present inside the premises of the court, but the time the people who were there, the other reporters who were there, we were right outside the court. As I talk to you, Imran Khan's vehicle is being moved. His bulletproof vehicle is being moved from outside the premises of the Islamabad High Court. It's going where? We don't know. I can see that his personal guards are around the vehicle as well, but where exactly is the vehicle going? I have no idea about it. At least people are outside the Islamabad High Court. They definitely do not have any idea about it as I talk to you. But it is an evolving story, as we say. Police are equipped with the batons. Police are equipped with the tear gas shells. They've got tear gas firing guns as well. And they're in their riot gear. They're leaving no stone unturned in case if the situation develops into an uglier situation.
Some pretty dramatic scenes that have been witnessed just outside of the Islamabad High Court at this moment. And what we are looking at is this high barricade of security that, of course, has been put in place. Everyone expected that the atmosphere just in the Islamabad High Court at the time that Imran Khan would appear would be extremely charged. But what perhaps no one expected is the kind of turbulence that has been witnessed at the time that Imran Khan, of course, turned out there. He was there, as you mentioned, to give his biometric identification just before he went in for his hearing. But the PTI leaders, they are alleging that Imran Khan has also been beaten up after he was taken into custody. They've also put out a video of the PTI leader, Imran Khan's lawyer, also being roughed up by the Pakistani Rangers. But these are some pretty dramatic scenes that have been witnessed just outside of the Islamabad High Court at this moment as we speak. Now, Anas, what does this do to the politics of Pakistan at this moment? Because we were expecting that there'd be some political process, some elections would be held, but instead what we are looking at is that Imran Khan has now been arrested, and this is something that the PTI will now go on and state that this is a clear case of a witch hunt. The legal process, they would say, is completely invalid and there is no reason for Imran Khan's arrest. What are the PTI leaders saying at this moment in the aftermath of the arrest of Imran Khan?
The PTI leadership has called for widespread protests to be held across the country. I'm seeing a statement in Urdu coming in from Fawad Chaudhry, the former information minister and party spokesperson as well. He's asked the people to get out. He says that the sanctity of the court has been violated. That is what he has said. Now we can see that the footages that the PTI has shared, it should be out on the screens of WION in a very short while from now. That shows that Imran Khan was genuinely dragged to be put in a vehicle at that point of time, and he has definitely been arrested. So he's been dragged, and so to an extent, the claim by Musarrat Chima, the PTI leader who had put out that video, that seems not so exaggerated, contrary to how it was earlier, because I said it was an evolving situation at that point of time. Now, Pakistan, the province of Punjab, the biggest province in Pakistan, is set to go to polls on the 14th of May. That is as per the Supreme Court directive, though the polls that...
Right, we'll of course come back to you in just a bit. Do stay on with us. This of course is the breaking story that we are tracking here on WION. Imran Khan, the former Pakistani Prime Minister, has now been arrested. Elections are due to be held in the crucial Punjab province. They were supposed to be held on the 14th of May, but what we are looking at this moment are some really dramatic scenes outside of the Islamabad High Court. These are visuals from just some time back, because remember, Imran Khan had turned up at the Islamabad High Court. He was undergoing his biometric identification at the time when he was immediately swooped down upon and he was arrested. These are the scenes which in fact took place just outside of the Islamabad High Court at this moment as we speak. And this is going to have some pretty interesting consequences in terms of how things will now move from here. My colleague Anas Malik is with us from Islamabad. He's live with us. And Anas, this is something that is now going to make things that much more difficult for the Shehbaz Sharif government. The government will say that the due process of law is being followed, but questions will be raised as to what was the necessity at this moment to arrest the former Pakistani Prime Minister in this manner.
Well, at this point of time, it would definitely create a situation. It would put them in an awkward spot, but it's not that nobody saw this coming. The statement that Imran Khan, the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf chairperson, had issued this morning was very much a call for war by all the means. So, it's not that he was not expecting that. He had said it himself that he is expecting an arrest and that he is ready for one. So, in such a scenario or in such a case, this could further go on to complicate the situation for the government.
Absolutely.
Ali?
Absolutely, indeed. Do continue to stay on with us. This, of course, is the latest bit of information that is coming in. If you're just tuning in, what has happened in Pakistan, some pretty dramatic scenes at this moment are being played out. The former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan is now arrested by the Rangers. And also the information that is trickling in, it states that the Pakistani former Prime Minister, the PTI chairman, has been taken into custody in the Qadir Trust case by the Rangers just outside the Islamabad High Court, where he had gone to seek bail in multiple FIRs that had been registered against him. Now, the former Pakistani Prime Minister was taken in a black vehicle by the law enforcement agencies. And also confirming the arrest, the Inspector General of Pakistan, the Inspector General of Police, the IGP of Islamabad, Dr. Akbar Nasir Khan, said that Imran Khan had been arrested in the Qadir Trust case, adding that the situation at this moment outside the Islamabad High Court is under control.